Hello class, and welcome to today's video lesson on indirect measurement. Before we dive in though, I think we need to talk about what the difference between indirect and direct measurement actually is. So if I wanted to know how tall I was, here I am, I would use a tape measure or a ruler if it was big enough to find that out. Or if I wanted to know how long a pencil is, I could use a ruler. This is what we call direct measurement because we are measuring the thing we are looking to measure. Indirect measurement, on the other hand, is a method that we use proportions to find an unknown length in similar figures. Really, it just means we are measuring something by measuring something else. So for instance, if I wanted to figure out how tall this tree is, I could measure its shadow and then measure how tall I am and my shadow. And we would determine the height of that tree. This is very basic, but the rest of the lesson we're going to go into how to do this. For our first example, we're going to look at similar figures. You see here we only have one triangle, but I'm going to create another one. I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to paste it. And then you'll see here we have what we call congruent triangles. They have the same angle measurement and they have the same side measurements because I just did a full copy. But a similar object would have different side lengths. So we are going to end up making this one smaller. I'm just going to turn it here so it looks the same. So we have similar figures. The angles are the same, but the side lengths are different. Now let's go ahead and put in some values for the side lengths of these and set up the problem. So I'm going to do 12 centimeters for that side. This one is going to be X centimeters. That's the one we're trying to figure out. And then over here we have 8 centimeters and 6 centimeters. Now what I want you to do is write down this formula. You'll see it's going to be height over shadow is equal to height over shadow. This is the proportion that we're going to set up, and then we will solve it. So for my first height, I'm going to use the 12 over, and its shadow is X. That's the missing length right there. Then equal to, we have our 8 over 6. All right, the next part of solving a proportion is to cross multiply. So 12 multiplied by 6 is going to be 72. Don't forget the equals. And then x multiplied by 8 is 8x. Now we have a one-step equation here where we need to get rid of the 8. And since 8 is being multiplied by x, we divide both sides by 8, and we get x equals 9. You'll see here in example 2, it looks a little bit different because we don't have triangles, we have a flagpole and a person. But if you were to draw triangles from here to there and back, and the same thing, they would be similar triangles. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, we're going to input some values for these and do the same thing that we did before. We are looking for the flagpole, so that's going to be our X. The shadow is 10 feet. Now for this person, they are 6 feet tall, and their shadow is 5 feet tall. Now remember, we're still going to use that same proportion formula, height over shadow, height over shadow. What I do is I always go from left to right using my height over my shadow. Let's go back here. So the first one is x over 10 is equal to 6 over 5. Then again, we are just going to cross multiply to set up our proportion. We have x multiplied by 5 is 5x. And again, not forgetting that equal sign, then we have 10 multiplied by 6, which gives us 60. The next step would then be to use an inverse operation. 5 is being multiplied by x, so we divide both sides by 5, and then we have to figure out what is 60 divided by 5, and we get 12. X equals 12. So the height of that flagpole is 12 feet. In example 3, we have a word problem, and it says a tree outside L's house casts a 125-foot shadow. At the same time of day, L casts a 5.5-foot shadow. If L is 4 feet 10 inches tall, how tall is the tree? Before we begin this problem, though, setting up our proportion, we have to convert all the feet to inches because we're being given feet and inches, and it won't work doing it that way, not like it did in example 2. So let's start with the very first one, 125 feet. That's the shadow of the tree. And we know there's 12 inches in a foot, 12 inches, sorry, in a foot. So 125 multiplied by 12 gives us 1,500. The second one is 5.5. Now this isn't saying 5 feet and 5 inches, it's saying 5 feet and half of a foot, and half of a foot is 6. So we do 5 multiplied by 12, and we add 6. And this would give us a total of 66. Remember when you're doing this that you need to multiply first, then add the 6, because that's your order of operations. And then the last one is 4 feet 10 inches. And this is an actual 10 inches. So we do 4 multiplied by 12, add 10, and we get a total of 58. So now we can go ahead and input these values into our little graphic here. Here's the height of the shadow, so we're going to put 1,500 inches. For the height of L, she's 58 inches. And her shadow height is 66 inches. And of course, we're looking for the height of the tree, so that is our X. Now remember what I told you guys, that I go from left to right for both of them, doing my X, my height over my shadow. Back. All right, so we're going to start with X over 1,500 is equal to 58 over 66. Once again, we are going to cross multiply. Now let's switch to green. We're going to cross multiply in both these areas. So X multiplied by 66 is 66X, not forgetting our equal sign. And 1,500 multiplied by 58 gives us, what was it, 87,000. And that's a big number, but that's all right. And now, using our inverse operations, we are going to divide both sides. I got to make this a little bit, nope, not going to work. Divide both sides by 66. Those cancel each other out, and we are left with X equals, it's 1318.18. So 1318.18. We're going to round that up, and so it's going to be X is about 1318. Now that's in inches, so this is inches. If we wanted to figure out how many feet it is, then we would just take that 1318 and divide it by 12. That's the opposite of what we did before, and so we get X is about 110 feet. And we did all this by just using shadow and height. So, now, for your homework, the first thing that I want you to do is go to your CK12 account and complete the indirect measurement assignment. There's no videos, it's just the practice problems that you've been doing previously with other assignments. Then I want you to go outside in the morning or in the afternoon. That's when the sun is best. You're going to measure your mailbox and its shadow. Then you will measure the shadow of your house. Make sure you write all this down, and you could even draw a picture like we did in the other examples. And then using your height shadow proportion that you learned, you're going to determine the height of your house. Make sure that you take a picture of your work and post that in our Google Classroom. I decided that I would also do your homework assignment of going outside and figuring out how tall my house is. So I went ahead and measured everything. Of course, I'm going to put an X right here because I don't know how tall my house is. For its shadow, I got 132 inches. I just kept it in inches so I didn't have to convert it later on. The height of my mailbox is 54 inches, and the length of its shadow is 31 inches. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this all into our proportion. I'm doing X over 132 equals 54 over 31. And now I'm going to cross multiply, and X multiplied by 31, I get 31X is equal to, then I needed to multiply 132 by 54, and I got 7,128. Now I'm going to divide both sides by 31. Those cancel each other out. I don't get a whole number here. I get X is about 229.9. I went ahead and rounded that up to X is, about, we got to use that about symbol. Let me erase that. That's, go back, is about 230 inches. When I want to find out how many feet that is, again, I just divide by 12, and I got X is about 19 feet. And I would say that that's pretty accurate. I look forward to seeing what you guys come up with for your work.